I've spent the last few months learning on how to go from an idea to an actual physical product that I'm going to be selling soon. And I'm going to give away the whole thing that you have to do. This is the whole protocol. If you've ever had the dream to try to sell something, a physical product, but you just don't know how to do it, this is exactly how you do it. The first phase is ideation. You have to come up with an idea, and it can't just be the same thing that's already on the market. It has to be a little different. I'm not saying you have to be Albert Einstein and make something crazy, some sort of new patented idea. It just have to be different. It has to be a little different. So you don't try to sell a vitamin D pill because there's a million on the market. You'll probably fail. Think of a new way to sell the vitamin D in a different way. So, for example, a good example of this are creatine gummies. Creatine was mainly sold as a powder that you can just, it's unflavored, that you mix in a drink. Somebody decided to put creatine into gummies, the flavored gummies, and that business blew up. This is a recent business. So it's like something simple like that. So, for example, you can also do something like a pre workout gummy, right? Like you can make gummies with caffeine and a pre-workout stimulant, and then you can sell those, and I'm sure that would do well. So come up with an idea. It doesn't have to be a food consumable. It could be a makeup product. It could be whatever you want. Just make it a little different than what's on the market, so you can differentiate yourself. Once you have an idea, then this is the research and development phase, where if you're a nerdy scientist, you're like a chemist like myself, you can buy these things from Amazon. You can buy these ingredients online somewhere at a distributor, like a grocery store, and you can start putting this stuff together and trying to make it work. Get your friends and family to try it, and if it works, then that's great. If you cannot do the research and development phase yourself, then you have to reach out to something called a contract manufacturer. These are basically people. No, they're not special. They're not special snowflakes or aliens. They're just regular people that will, help you put this thing together. They'll help you formulate it all. They'll buy the ingredients. They'll put it together for you. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit, but they'll buy these things, put it together for you, and you can taste it. You can try it, and you can make sure that this is exactly what you want. And then when this is what you want, then you tell them, yes, good job. Go ahead and go through production. They're going to make you a bunch. They have things called MOQs, minimum order quantities, where you have to buy a minimum amount from them for them to actually produce this stuff. Then once they make this stuff, in this whole process, during this whole thing, it's going to take a lot of time. Doesn't just happen overnight. But during this whole process, you're going to be, testing it. You're going to be setting up a website. And guess what? If you don't know how to set up a website, that's fine. You need to start leveraging AI. Learn how to use AI. You can use these chatbots. There's AI things that can help you code a website. You can learn how to code with a website, with AI. I'm literally doing that myself with the thing that I'm making. I'm learning how to code with AI. The AI gives me the code. I put it in on the website. The code doesn't work. Great. I'm going to try to troubleshoot it, and I'm going to fix it myself. I don't know how to code. It's just something you're learning through this process. Take advantage of that shit. So now you're building a website, you're going through the contract manufacturers, they're building this stuff. You need to make sure you incorporate a business. Not difficult. You can do this stuff on Google online. So incorporate, or LLC if you're in the States. You need to think about business liability insurance, this kind of stuff. All really simple stuff, not difficult. You can look this stuff up online, how to do it. Then once these contract manufacturers make your product, what you're going to do is you can either go through 3PL warehouses, where they're going to send your product, your finished product, to these warehouses for them to store it for you. So they're just going to hold this product, or you can just have it sent to yourself. Regardless, if you go through the 3PL route, it's going to cost you more money. Basically, what these people are is a warehouse. They're going to put a label on it. So say, for example, you have your website, somebody goes to your website and purchases your product. These 3PL warehouses are going to, put the label on it and literally send it out to the customer. So that purchase is going to go directly to them. Done. Or you can have these products sent to your house. You can fulfill these shipments yourself if you don't want to go through 3PLs right now, because it can be a little pricey. The next thing is going to be advertising. You need to actually, once you have the product, you have to sell the product. So social media, making videos. Yes, it's going to be a little bit cringy maybe to make videos about your product, but it's not cringy once it works. It's not cringy once you have a successful business. So that's when you have the product. Pictures, you're going to social media ads, you're going to influencers, UGC influencers, you're going to do social media marketing. You can also do meta ads, Facebook, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, all of this stuff. And if your product is truly differentiated and it's different and it's a good idea, and you took time on that ideation phase where you're supposed to make like something that isn't just the same on the market, it will sell. People will be interested. And then that's basically the whole process. So it's not difficult, and it might sound like a lot, but you just take one step at a time. You do the ideation, you come up with an idea, and then once you have this idea, then you just start moving on to the next steps, where you start research and development phase.